Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your eagle hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason and Elgn.
Yo, toys! And welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves.
Bananas.
They peel so nice. And also toy collecting.
Oh, yeah.
We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. Today's topic is yellow, we'll say that much. Hint. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us live on YouTube every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you being here, but you're going to learn soon enough. We are not toy experts. We may not be movie experts, but that's all right. We're just enthusiasts. We just like hanging out and talking toys and things, and we're not going to get all the details right, and that's okay.
It is. But before we jump into today's episode, got something exciting to tell you about. That's our Patreon and YouTube community, The Core. When you enlist in The Core, that's the Cracktastic organization of retro plastic specialists, you unlock a treasure trove of exclusive perks made just for hardcore collectors like you. You get bonus episodes, shoutouts, early access, plus an exclusive chat with us and the other Core members. So don't wait. Enlist in The Core today. Just go to enlistinthecore.com. Help support the show.
Do it. In this episode, we transform and roll out to talk about Bumblebee 2018. I'm already a fan of this heartfelt and action-packed reboot of the Transformers franchise, but it's Elgin's very first time watching it. So we're diving into all the feels, the G1 goodness, and that killer 80s soundtrack. Does this solo outing for our favorite yellow Autobot win over the whole crew? Or will Elgn wish he could scan a new movie? Plus, we'll talk toys, nostalgia, and what this film did right. Looking at you, opening Cybertron scene. Heck yes, so cool. And tune in for laughs, lasers, and maybe a few emotions you weren't expecting from a giant robot movie.
Exactly.
And then later, Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a toy store. That's going to be super fun. You can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon, and those links can be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com.
Yep.
And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They also have an armory there where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to tell you all about.
That's right. Every month we post something to our social media pages, a contest of some sort. And we need you guys to go out and comment, and then we will pick the best, most favoritist comment that we can find. And then you get a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks. So you can take that coupon straight to their online store, peruse around, and pick up something for $5 less than you would normally pay. But check it out every month on our social media pages to see if there's a new contest, and then comment to win.
That's right. Last month, May's contest winner was Tiffany. She says, yay, I get a coupon. That's right.
Coupon.
You do. Hey, Elgn, guess what?
What's that, Jason?
We got some really fun stuff coming up Friday and Saturday.
We sure do. On Friday, if you guys didn't know, we're in a band.
Yeah, we like to rock.
We do. We like to rock so hard, and then sometimes not as hard, and then back
and then
hard
finish
again.
hard again. Yeah.
After we rest for a while, then we get hard again.
Okay, we're this
the rock. I don't know what you're thinking of.
Rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on Friday we're doing a show here in town in Ottumwa. Location secret. But it'll be at somebody's house.
Well, what's cool about this garage? It's a garage.
It's a garage. But he has like a stage and everything set up back there. and they host bands and everything. So
I love
it's
it
like
because
it's like a full on show.
yeah, it's like this. No, I wouldn't say washed up musician, but like an old timer. You know, the old
veteran,
guard,
a veteran of the
veteran of
scene.
the scene. It's just like I'm spending the last of my retirement money on the coolest gear possible.
Exactly.
And he has a son who's a musician too, so he's like, I'm gonna build this garage out like the coolest, biggest stage light
right.
sound show that. Let this kid have all the cool, fun toys, and it's really great that.
And then host other local bands.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing Friday night. I think we're playing second.
Yeah,
Possibly.
we are playing second.
Okay. That band, if you don't know, is called The Least Worst. I know we were in another band previously, but now we're in this one. The Least Worst with our friend Andy. And come check it out Friday night time at a location.
Starts at 7. Just message us somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll send you the address.
Yeah.
And then Saturday toys.
Yeah, then we get to wake up the next morning and set up for a toy show.
Do all them stretches.
Yeah, Cracktastic Plasticon is going to be here in Ottumwa as well. So you got 2 things you can go do in the Ottumwa, Friday night and all day Saturday, well, from 10 to 4. At the Bridgeview Center, we're having our first Cracktastic Plasticon of the year. Come out and bring some money to buy lots of good stuff. And get all the heat and get into the air conditioning and the smells of vintage toys and vintage guys.
And it's free.
It's free.
Time.
Yeah.
All
10
right.
to 4 at Bridgeview Center on Saturday, June 21st.
That's right. June 21st.
Yes. That wasn't a question at the end.
No, totally. Everyone goes up at the end like that naturally.
That's as natural as a summer breeze.
Speaking of summer breezes, hey, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
Very nice, very nice.
Dang Cobra.
Dang it, Cobra.
Trying to steal our toys.
Well, show us what you got before they steal them.
Exactly. Well, yesterday was Father's Day. I hope everyone out there had a good Father's Day. To all those who have fathered children or haven't, or a father figure.
Or those stepfathers out there to get
exactly. Which I'm also on both. I'm technically both.
You get to do both.
Father and stepfather. I'm my own grandpa. Anyway, kids got me some stuff, and so did wife Amanda. I just bought a couple of things. The other stuff we're gonna do on videos because they're turtle related stuff. So those get sent to the Turtle Tote. And for Turtle Thursday, check it out on YouTube channel playlist. Turtle Thursdays every Thursday. Until I run out of turtle stuff, then it's whenever I get more turtle stuff. Anyway, did you know that I like Masters of the Universe stuff, Jason?
Oh, dude, I heard that somewhere in the last 5 years.
Anyway, I found I got this mug, this sweet Castle Grayskull mug.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
I saw it in your picture. That looks so cool.
It's like a ceramic style mug. It even says "By the Power of Grayskull" on the back.
Oh, that's cool as heck.
Yeah. It's a little hard to drink out of.
That looks easy.
So,
wow.
So I might just use it for display purposes. I was trying to drink out of it earlier. You kind of have to like
corner
it into the corner and like, but it's a really cool looking. I mean, just how it's molded and everything.
I mean, that's where you can
glazed.
your extra hands and guns and stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was thinking about putting Sorceress in it, just like pop it out.
That's where
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
to scale.
Yeah, exactly. She's towering above the castle.
Yeah.
Anyway, got this mug. Coffee
That's
mug.
cool, man.
It's really cool. Yeah. Apparently, it's part of the Revelation
Oh,
series. It's like
heck.
branded for that. I never. I
Just-
mean, they made a bunch of stuff when that first came out, just like merching it out like crazy. But anyway, that's part of the Revelation merch train that kept rolling through.
Love it. Love it.
And then I got, this was on my wish. All these things are kind of on my wish list. But the other thing I got that I opened was this Funko Pop, this Funko Rides. That's right, it's Scare Glow on the Scare
Yeah.
Mare, and it looks awesome.
It really does.
Love me some Scare Glow. I don't think he glows in the dark though, so maybe
So dumb because it looks
just
like
paint him. He should.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Scare Glow, the Scare Mare is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love like a Origins version of this, but I don't think they'll make one.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like Mattel Creations if they did
It'd have to be.
exclusive, but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you love those rides.
I do. They're just, I don't know. There's something about them. It seems like they put even more detail in these.
Yep. Yep.
With the flaming hooves and everything too.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay. Yep. Mhm.
Smells pretty plasticky. He doesn't really move. Like his head doesn't even move. Sometimes Pops will
Yep,
there,
yep.
move, but this
He's
one
got
doesn't.
nothing.
Yeah, no, he's one big old statue. But for a statue, it's pretty awesome.
The Hal
They gave
brand,
him, like,
nothing.
yeah,
And
then the halberd there.
doesn't turn nothing.
No, it's all that's
Man.
I figured the wings would like come out. No, they don't.
Nothing.
They're
Well,
just
it doesn't
there.
matter. It looks so good.
I know. It's just gonna sit there and hang out with the rest of my rides somewhere. I'm trying to think. They're all up there right now. But maybe I'll put it with the other ones. Anyway, so I got those two for Father's Day, and I got some turtle stuff. The rest of the figures from those the 1990 movie with the trench coats.
Oh, yep.
So I
Mhm.
got the other three. So I
Good.
had that completed. I know it was
So important.
I kept looking at them to go on sale, and they actually did go on sale. I was like, oh man, if I don't get them for Father's, I'll just buy them because they went down to 14.
Yeah.
Piece. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. They were like 25
Yeah.
originally. But yeah, so I got those. So those will be on the Turtle Thursday eventually. I'm working on
The
Turtles of
month or
Grayskull
two.
right now, so it'll be a little while. So then, a couple weeks ago, I opened up another of the Masterverse Revolution figures. This time we have a He-Man, another He-Man.
Mhm.
And then yet another battle armor. So this was the kind of the show accurate one of the battle armor
Sure.
He-Man, the new head sculpt with him as well. He's got his big old battle axe, and it has the damaged plate, which you can remove and put in.
Switch out
So
with more.
they have one that's the normal, and then one with the 1 scratch. They didn't come with the 2 scratch one, which
Huh.
is what normally the vintage one would be, and even the other battle armor one they did had that. So the other battle armor one is the one with the beard that I
Oh.
use for like as the Big Lebowski stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that's the other battle armor one that they already put out. That was a new Eternia, but this is the Revolution. So he had lost his sword, so Andra made this battle armor for him, and then he like uses this axe, and then rides off and does some van damage. Some people.
Clearly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a new head sculpt, so it's kind of
Do you like it?
it's all right. It's growing on me, I think.
Okay.
It's all right.
I know you're particular.
I am. It's not the worst I've seen.
Nope.
so
Nope.
that would be the movie one for sure.
Yep. Hands down.
Yeah. But yeah, really, and that's pretty much all he has. He has the axe and then
Oh,
another plate. So
Plate.
pretty bare bones for that. But I need it for the completists in me. So that's about the Revolution battle armor from Masterverse.
okay.
So now we have 2 battle armors in this scale. I think I like the other one better. But
Maybe.
and then I just opened this yesterday. This is the new Eternia Mechanic. And he looks pretty awesome. And I attached all of his. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Oh, it just keeps
What?
going
What?
and go. That's right. He's got 5 segments to his neck.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
That's
head
more
to scale.
extreme than the vintage ratio.
Yeah.
There he is.
But put him sideways to fit. But I love that they did the little back metal for his eyes, just like a vintage figure.
Yes.
This is probably the most vintage looking Masterverse figure I've seen in a while. And they even gave him his little telescope. They gave him a shield. The shield has the Road Ripper, Ground Ripper headpiece there, because that's usually what he rode.
Yep.
So nice little nod to that as well on the shield. But the armor, I mean, the silver and red, the purples and grays and silver, it's very vintagey looking. The head sculpt, everything about it is like screams vintage, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and this is kind of like a shiny, like metallic almost.
Oh yeah.
That purple on his legs and arms gives a nice little sheen to it. And if you take his little telescope thing, you can actually tear it apart. Maybe. Ugh. So that pops apart. So if you wanted to use these extension pieces to make like a telescope extend out, you could do that. And now you're like really looking far away with an extended telescope if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to, but
that's neat though.
I would just rather put its giant neck on him instead. But yeah, it's very much like 2000X. If you watch those old 2000X shows with Mechanic, his neck goes like it's going up, and it's like a go-go gadget neck. Like it's going all over the place and like going around mountains and stuff, and it's insane. That's kind
like
of what
Plastic Man level stuff.
Yeah, it's really, it's crazy. But yeah, just having this many extension pieces is awesome.
Having a little bit of articulation with that too.
Yeah, they're all articulated. You can.
Oh man, that's
you can look around corners.
That's so dumb. I love it.
It's like, oh,
what's that?
Yeah, they all have articulation pieces on them.
Wow.
So they're all ball joints that connect.
Fun.
It's
ridiculous.
It's awesome. It's like probably the best thing. Like just to
might make the top 5.
It might, just because it's so ridiculous. Who knows? Maybe just be an honorable mention. But yeah,
that's cool, man.
it's so dumb. But I love it that they added this. So the original Origins one, they only gave him one little a neck thing,
right?
Just one, and then on the Turtles of Grayskull they gave him 2. Like, oh, and then they're like, bam, 5.
Yes, let's do it right.
They're like, hold my beer, and then they gave him like 5. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And actually, you can actually take off this piece and stick it on his neck too if you wanted to. I did that earlier.
Just to make it taller.
Yeah, so now he has like a gold thing, and then like extends up as well. You probably shouldn't do that, but it's pretty fun to do that. But yeah, great head sculpt, and then great coloring, and then super extendo neck.
Yeah, see those chrome shades on him.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
A great touch.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I got.
Cool. All right. Well, I got some things too. Got my lovely assistant here. So they've been popping up. You'll see them at Walmart's. There's some YOLO Park model kits. Yep. Nope. Blokies, I mean.
Oh, blockies or blokies?
Yep. No one has definitively said.
Well, how many O's are there?
There's 1.
So block.
Nope. Because there's a K and then an E. So block. It's a hard O. BLOKE. E-S.
Yeah,
blow
block
key.
E's. Two
Blow.
E's makes it.
Blow keys. Blokies.
I guess it depends on
Blockies.
where you make the
See, that's what I mean. It's
division.
too goddamn. They have little blind bag ones, but they've put out a couple larger scale ones that are from Rise of the Beast. It doesn't say that anywhere on the packaging until you get in there and really are working with it on the. Anyway, so I got this Optimus Prime one. This big box, right, with this neat hollow foil type cover. Yeah. $10. You know, really cool. He has a extra. His hand can pop off, and you can put this weapon on it.
Cool.
Like kind of in the movie, but it's just one of those bunch of pieces on sprues, and
so you don't build it.
Yep, you build it from scratch. You don't need clippers or anything. They just kind of pop right off. You can just kind of twist them and they pop right off.
Sure.
A little bit of stats. Pretty cool.
But they don't transform. They just like a articulated figure.
Very articulated figure. Also, it comes with a little stand. Also, comes with a light that happens in its eyes. And it also is smaller than I kind of thought too.
I thought it'd be bigger.
I did too. Just when you compare this box.
Yeah, that's great. It's kind of crazy.
Wow, that's misleading.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I mean, it took an hour or two.
Oh, I'm sure.
To put it together.
To put all those.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah,
every single piece is many multiple parts that snap together. It's really neat. There you can see his eyes light up. There's like a clear ball inside it. It just kind of comes on, pulses for a while and shuts off. I don't know necessarily what. I think it's in the waist and neck, but anyway, comes with a stand, which is just neat. He's got peg holes to fit on there if you want. But yeah, super articulated. It's pretty amazing. And
it's awesome.
It was fun to build, and he can move everywhere. Pretty cool for only $10. Looks awesome. Yeah. Lights up. Pretty neat.
Cool.
Hey, Elgin.
Hey, Jason.
Did you know that I collect some Masters of the Universe?
What?
That's right.
Crazy. That's crazy talk.
It's the opposite because I don't.
No.
But I do, and I've been waiting to get this guy for so long, and I've even had a space set aside in my Skeletor section. I have because
your Skeletor section.
I mostly collect Skeletors,
right?
And this is one I'll probably never have the vintage of, but just finally pulled the trigger. Got me some Dragon Blaster Origins
over there somewhere.
Yeah, but I got my own now, and just seeing such a cool figure.
It's an awesome figure. Like they did a good job with that Origin one, having the water blast
water
effect.
Pump. Yeah,
it shoots out water and stuff, just like the original.
I know you like to make your own chains and stuff. Just kidding, but
the chain I found, and then I got the 3D printed stuff from Solar and Etsy, which looks great.
Yeah,
and costs way less than trying to get a vintage thing.
Oh yeah, so like now I don't have to worry about trying to get the vintage. This will just
the color is slightly different, but for having all the pieces and having a complete, it's really good. Like it's a good, if you don't have the original, this is a good placeholder for that.
Yeah, I thought so. Target had a little sale pop up. I think it might have just ended up in my feed somehow, and then
I
Like,
just used
crap.
to see it when like people on Instagram say, "Hey, go to Target. They're having a sale."
It's really cool. It's a thing that I've never bought before. Of what
Okay.
it is, it's a Transformers thing.
Okay.
It comes in 1,000 pieces, and you
Okay.
put it together. It's a puzzle.
Oh, I was thinking Legos, but
Close. No, that's a good guess. So Target had there's 2 of these
oh, that's
1,000-piece puzzle. It's the original battle scene artwork
Yeah.
for the Autobot scene, which is really great.
Okay.
Again, not much of a puzzle guy.
So you said 1,000 pieces.
1,000 pieces.
So if you look behind me here,
Yep.
that He-Man, this here we go. This one.
Oh, yep.
Well, He-Man on Battle Cat. That's 1,500 pieces.
Whew.
This Skeletor behind me is 2,000 pieces. So if it gives you kind of a
All right.
yeah.
Hopefully it has a final
I
dimension on it.
had Amanda build these for me because I don't like puzzles. And She
Oh.
loves puzzles, so she did. She hated doing the Skeletor one, by the way, because there's a lot of purple.
Yeah,
and
speaking of
black.
purple, I got this is the Decepticon scene one,
that's
so it's
cool.
another one. I had them in my cart forever. I mean, they haven't been that old, and I think they're $20 a piece. But then, like, they just had a big old sale, like Target does every once in a while.
Yep,
Plus the
yep.
red card 5%. I think it was like down to 13 a piece. I was like, I can't not do
That's
it.
nice.
So
Yeah.
I was also informed that I'm gonna have to probably open these and put them together. I don't know if
Do
I
you have
don't
room
know.
to do that?
Well, yeah, that would be one of my arguments. But I do have room to put it together. But my argument of where maybe
Way to display it.
she's going to the chat. Hey, Terrafim, yeah, that's right. It is great artwork, right? All this original G1 artwork.
Yeah.
I think before I met Tiffany, I would just buy this and I'd stick it in the corner
Sure, of course.
because it's this artwork's amazing. This would be a rainy day thing, kind of project, you know.
Oh.
But she's like, we should put it together, and I'm like, and then I think she's done the whole glue thing or the sticker thing, and I'm just now we've been told that our whole bedroom walls are open. I know.
I think frame them. The frames are pretty cheap. If you get the kind of cheaper ones at Walmart, they work pretty well.
So we'll probably do it just to have some fun thing to do together.
Yeah.
And then lastly, man, it's most. I don't have. I had one toy. I have a puzzle. I have a model kit, and I have a book. So, like barely any toys. This.
Who are you?
I know this, and when you see the size of this
toys,
book, you're gonna be like,
"Oh, what a nerd!"
What? I know. It's pretty exciting though. The Compendium Part 1 came out, which is the original Marvel run. First half.
Okay.
And it is so gigantic. So it's of the comic book, the original Marvel comic book. But then you see this, you're just like, oh mother.
Yeah.
Jeepers. How many pages?
That's like the mini comic one for He-Man. It's like that.
Yeah. So I mean I had been collecting the original comics. I have about the first half, but you know, not complete. And
right, there's an omnibus of.
So now here I have it. Plus, I think it includes. So yeah, 1 through 46, which there were 80 total. So 1 through 46, and the Headmasters 1 through 4. So
cool.
Holy cajoles, this is so huge. And I will read it because I want this knowledge in my brain, you know, this continuity here is different, you know, than
sure. I mean,
the cartoon knowledge is all here, but
yeah, and that's I mean, that's same with Motu. It's like the mini comic stuff is wildly different than the Filmation show. It's like they're two different things, really.
Yep. And just to have that knowledge would be great. We got Terrafim saying just some light reading. LOL. Oh my god! Oh, you got that? You need both hands. Oh,
yeah. That's Brendan, my former coworker.
Oh,
That's in the chat.
Teraphim.
Yep. Shout out to Brendan.
Yo, what's up, Brendan? We got Alex Lamons in the chat too.
He has arrived.
What's up, gang? He's here. All right.
All right.
Well, one of the wonderful benefits of this podcast is, I guess it's the only way I can make Elgin watch movies I want him to watch. You can't just go, okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why are you so stubborn? That's not what this episode's about. We're not. This isn't a.
I am stubborn though.
A session or anything.
Seems like.
But we're like, let's just do a movie episode, and we're like, all right. And then you gave me one boring ass choice, and then this movie, and I'm like, well, I'm picking this movie because it's great. I thought, but anyway, I saw it when it came out. Saw it in the theater. I loved it. I referenced it in the intro that opening scene on Cybertron is really fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
And I'm excited to hear what you thought. I know you're busting my stuff before we started, but anyway.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It was.
Oh,
I watched it on Father's Day, which kind of made it more emotional with the storyline that's going through it as well. And then I was watching it with Lily as well for a little bit, and then she's like, so I was like almost like there's a couple parts where I was like almost tearing up because I was like, imagining myself in her what if Lily had lost me, and then it's like and she's like the character Charlie, is it Charlie? Haley Steinfeld's character is like turns 18, Lily's 25, so it's like similar, close in age.
She can relate.
Thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, that the opening scene, I would love a movie of that.
That's what every one of us has said.
Like I'm just like, this is it's like more of that, and then like Soundwave was like talking, like that's why I want more Soundwave talking, and like because it was the vintage like that, processed Soundwave voice that we all know. And it's
so action packed. They just
releasing Ravage out, and it's like it was great. But yeah, it opens on Cybertron, and they're fighting. They're doing the whole war for Cybertron.
So this is basically a reboot of the storyline, the modern storyline that we all know.
It's a prequel to
the Michael Bay-ish
the
world. Yep.
Set in 1987, which is great. Because I think it's taking, it needs to be set in the 80s.
Yes.
Really. Like with not only the show originally being set, being made in the 80s, but like the nostalgia for 80s. And I mean, the audience is us, kids from the 80s. So it's like, just do that. Like you already have like
give us what we want.
Yeah. You already have Stranger Things, throwing all this 80s nostalgia, and then you have like this, coming on the heels of that as well. But so Haley Steinfeld plays the main character Charlie. What we were watching it, Lily's like, is that Millie Bobby Brown?
Oh, jeez.
Like because she didn't see it like clearly, like was just like running and like, no, it's Haley Steinfeld. So it's like, well, I mean, that would have been. They could have. I mean, they probably could have put it. Yeah. She's probably busy or something. But yeah, they're fighting, and then they get sent. Optimus sends Bumblebee to Earth to start a base. Sends him on a little pod. Of course, he crash lands, and like, so when he crash landed, with my notes on this, there was like a military training exercise for Sector 7, and like you see like this, they're like, it's like they're using like paintball guns and stuff like that, and like this guy gets hit and starts shooting him and stuff, and then you see it's John Cena that like got the jump on him, and so the first. Two things. As soon as I saw John Cena, I was like, and then he's like, oh, he got the jump on him because he couldn't see him. And I'm like hitting Lily. I'm like, get it? You get it? And she's like, oh.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes. But yeah, I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna write that down. That's
Yeah.
writing down my own jokes. But yeah, it was. I don't know if I like having Cena in this.
Okay.
I think we're kind of Cena'd out on like movies and stuff.
Sure.
I mean, it was either going to be Cena or The Rock. I feel like, you know, what I mean?
Right.
Those would be like the two choices.
Where was the Cena factor in 2018? You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You know, maybe it was still
probably
new enough then.
Yeah. I don't
but
know.
yeah,
it just it felt weird.
It did. It does.
You know, but it's fine, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know who else you'd have. Maybe that one guy that played in Avatar is the Marine, the old guy, the old man.
Oh, yeah.
What's his face?
Oh.
But I don't know what he's doing in 2018. 2018. But yeah, so I was like, oh, but yeah, all I could think of is like his theme song and then like saying "You can't see me." So that was kind of distracting, but that's on me. But it may be everybody else that was watching it too.
Sure,
that was a wrestling fan. Yeah, it doesn't really call Bumblebee. It's called B-127. My notes here of that. Then he gets attacked there by was it Blitzwing?
Blitzwing, yeah.
Blitzwing comes in and
heck of a
pretty
fight.
cool fight. Yeah, pretty cool fight.
Gosh.
And the nice thing is like it's been a while since I've seen the base stuff, but like it seems like this was better like fight stuff. Like you could see stuff and
yes, it was pulled back a little more.
And the transformation of stuff was like more, so you could like actually, especially when you first jumping forward, when you see when Charlie like first sees him transform and stuff like that whole transformation scene it felt like more instead of like the little quick transform in like later Bayverse movies I've seen clips of.
It took the time that it probably would take.
Yeah, exactly.
And that helped us, the audience member.
Right.
But
so
Blitzwing takes his voice box.
Yeah, Blitzwing, they have a pretty knockdown fight, and then rips out his voice box, which kind of leads into the Michael Bay stuff as well as a kind of a tie into that. Like he can't, they show later that with Charlie fixing his voice with the radio, so he now has that scanning radio using the songs and stuff to speak, but it takes a while, which is kind of nice that they took a while
in there.
Yeah, but took a while to like learn the stuff instead of just like immediately.
Yeah, we all know.
Stuff. Yeah, right. But yeah, with the story, with the human story, is Charlie's lost her dad. Died of a heart attack, just like the year before. So she's like very young, 16, 17 when he dies. Her mom has moved on, really, seemingly, has a new boyfriend. And everyone else seems fine except her. And it's just like, can't really grieve. Has to keep moving, they're telling her just to move on and stuff.
You can tell she's super smart with cars.
Yeah.
Talented.
Her dad, she fixed up, used to fix up cars with her dad and works at the junk shop and the old junkyard and is a diver and does that. And they kind of talk about that, which comes in later at the end. But yeah, they so she wants a car, works at the junk shop, and it was like talking to her, what was his name, Hank or something.
Yep, something like that.
Uncle Hank. I got my notes here. Uncle Hank. Hank. But yeah, I wrote it like before she goes to like out to the junkyard. like her stepdad gives her this book that's like, you should smile more. I'm like, dude, this like no read the room here, guy. It's like she's grieving and you're like trying to be like, oh, you should read this book about smiling more. It'll make you
Yeah.
yeah,
Oof.
you know, yeah. So then she goes to the junkyard and is talking to Hank, and like he ends up giving her the VW, she can start it and stuff like that. And I wrote down, um, old man at the junk shop, better father than her stepdad.
Yep. That dude was super sweet and funny.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they would have had like Peter Cullen as
Cameo,
like a cameo,
sure.
as the and like
Get
it's like
some FaceTime.
yeah, just to throw us a bone here, guys. You know, it's like
But we
to
get
do-
him on Optimus's voice.
we
so-
do, which is great. Which
Oh.
is another like that. Anytime I hear his voice, it gives me chills.
Mm.
Just like the goosebumps. Even just the briefest amount of time, it's just like, you know, that's Optimus. You know, that's what my issue with Transformers 1 was. You know, my biggest issue
Sure.
was it wasn't Peter Cullen, which I know he's older and he's 80 plus years old, and I still want Optimus. I still want Peter. Where is that? Oh, so she gets the VW, fixes it up, and find out that that's Bumblebee basically. And she's in the garage trying to fix it up, and then he like transforms and stuff. And then when they're like listening to music, that's like what got me choked up. Was they're like, he's like, well, he's playing videotapes, like cassette, you know, VHS tapes, and he puts in the diving one and stuff. And then they like start talking about, you know, because her dad's on it, like talking. It's like a home video, and then they're like playing music and stuff like, you know, this is my dad's records and all this stuff. It's like, no, I'm not crying. You're crying. There's something in my eye.
Uh-huh. Very
yeah,
touching.
it was very touching. Yeah, this basically tries to fix him up, and that sends a message out to back to who's they're following. There's two Decepticons following him, Shatter and
Dropkick.
So they're trying to track him down, because they know that he's supposed to set up a base for Optimus once Optimus comes to Earth. You know, so it's set up for him. So they're trying to track him down and like kill him and send a message back to Cybertron and tell the Decepticons to come and like take over Earth. So yeah, they send out a message through the radio, and so that tracks them down. But yeah, they end up going. They're interrogating Cliffjumper once again.
Yeah.
Cliffjumper dies. Seems to be his fate.
And he really gets
he got a
splitting headache. That
exactly. Yeah, that was the cool thing too, was that there was like, I don't know, the violence felt more like real.
It did
with the stuff, and especially with like when they were like shooting humans, which was hilarious. When he's like, when they get to Earth, and Dropkick just like shoots this redneck, and he just goes and like splatters. He's like, I love when they pop. It's just like it's so it's like, yeah, that would make sense because they don't care. They don't care about humans. Like, what, it doesn't matter. But yeah, just seeing that, it was like, I wasn't expecting that to be like just be like and like this fluid, you know, everywhere. So,
right, comical maybe, but also like, there's stakes
like,
for humans here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah, so they end up running into Sector 7, and when they're like, yeah, we're friendly Decepticons on a peacekeeping mission. And like, to their credit, like later on, Cino's like, their name is Decepticons. The name, it's Decepticons in their name. That's not a red flag.
yeah.
Like, oh no, it's fine. They're peacekeeping. But yeah, I mean, his hands are tied. In military, it's kind of like you have to do what your commander officer does. So it's like, but yeah, so they end up tricking, I guess, the humans into letting them use their technology to kind of track Bumblebee and get him to go around and to try to find him. They end up finding him later when he like plugs into an outlet.
Yeah.
When he when he's home by himself.
That poor house.
Yeah, just destroyed. It's just, which was comical, which is hilarious. Like, just this giant robot, like clumsily
Trying
not to destroy anything, but then destroys everything.
Uh-huh.
Like sitting on a couch and like trying to just everything he touches just like breaks.
I relate Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so then he sticks his finger in a outlet, and that sends a shock to like
The
this
network.
power surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power surge that they're tracking and everything. So they find him. So then they're like on the way to rendezvous down in San Francisco to get him. We have another human character, Memo, as Charlie's friend and kind of helper.
Love interest.
Which is good. Love interest. Oh, the other thing too. So, when I was watching when it first started, so Dylan O'Brien voiced Bumblebee at the very beginning before he loses his voice. So, and Lily's a fan of him because of like Maze Runner and other stuff.
Okay.
So she was like, did they seriously just hire Dylan O'Brien for like 5 minutes of work? Like literally, like as soon as he lost his voice, like that's done. Like he has no role really. It's like I'm like I guess I don't know. Where was he at in 2018? Yeah, versus now. But yeah, so he was like naming all these movies that she's watched him in and stuff like that. And it's like I don't know. I guess so. It's pretty funny, I guess. But let's see. Oh, I had a note that said, so when they're when she finally replaces Bumblebee's like radio, there's like a tape deck in it. She's like putting different tapes, and he's just like shooting them out. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
just like ejecting them. Like I don't want to listen to that. It's like
there was a Rickroll moment there too.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Okay, I thought
yeah.
so.
Yeah, she starts playing that and shoots it out. And then like the Smiths and stuff, she's like, "Oh, you're not a Smith fan."
Not yep.
Which is pretty funny and stuff. But there, and then when the Decepticons are helping or trying to get or using the humans' technology and stuff like that, I wrote down Decepticons created the internet.
Right, kind of,
because they're like, we use your interweb of things to cause a net. To like they literally use like both of those words like within a sentence. I was like, did they just create the internet to use communication to track down things throughout? Oh yeah, and then there was a good old "You Got the Touch" reference.
Yeah,
when diving. So when she's like goes out to her kids, like
there's some mean girls
and stuff. Yeah, the mean girls and stuff like that. And this guy dies off the cliff, and she was like too scared, but like Bumblebee's like trying to like, hey, go out and do this. And, yeah, I thought I wrote that down. I was like, oh, nice little reference back to that as well. 80 songs are great. They work great for Bumblebee's dialogue and stuff like that, using those. And overall, I mean, it really helped.
Oh yeah,
ground it into that world of the 80s.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so when at the end when they're Shatter is fighting Bumblebee and stuff like that, it really reminded me of the like when he's got his like knife hand.
Heck yeah.
Only one knife hand. When they're fighting, like Bumblebee's fighting Shatter, and then like she breaks off that knife and like stabs him with it. All I could really think of was like Thanos doing that to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like it was the exact same thing. Like when they're fighting, he breaks off his thing and stabs him with his own weapon. I was like, that would have come out a few years before, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. maybe around the same time. But I was like,
I know
that's
that
all I could think
move.
of. Yeah, it's like it was like the exact same thing, like doing the exact same thing. It was, of course, a nice touch of Optimus there at the end as well. You get to see him and hear him, and as they drive off, and then they meet in the woods, and then you see the rest of the guys coming down through like the pods, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
what they would be, comets,
Yeah.
meteors, or something like that. But yeah, I think overall I think it worked with the plot being kind of simplistic in the sense of like keeping it small and not
Mhm.
just going like everywhere, like all over, and not having like tons and tons of characters,
Yep.
Decepticon character or whatever. I mean, you can have them at the beginning and stuff, but that's kind of like a whole different movie. But just having like this is your smaller cast and really just kind of going, it kind of really worked storytelling wise to
Totally agree.
get the
Yeah, we
point
don't even
across.
see Megatron in this movie.
Yeah, which is
It's
weird.
just narrow it down.
But you
mainly-
don't. I mean, you
Yeah.
only really see Soundwave, Shockwave, and
5 minutes.
Starscream for
and, yeah.
like the 2 or 3 minutes, and like a little quick flashback in the middle. But like, there's not.
Yeah.
a
Shatter and
lot.
Dropkick are great bad dudes.
Yeah. they
Triple
work great.
Changers. That's really
Yeah, I
cool
think
that
I
they
had that written down too.
brought that in too. Made them that.
Yep, Triple Changers.
That's really
Which is
neat.
cool.
Yeah.
When Ravage ejected out of Soundwave, that was pretty awesome. Like just seeing him like eject out and transform. It's pretty cool
Yes.
during the fight. I think that's all the notes I have, other of stuff that kind of popped out. But yeah, Bumblebee's fight with Dropkick was good at the end. And
Yeah.
then with Shatter as well, like releasing the dam and like having this giant cargo ship just crush them.
Oh man.
It was pretty cool. I think Angela Bassett voiced Shatter,
Yep.
which worked pretty well. But yeah.
I also love, I mean, just me personally, I love little love stories. And I liked that her and Memo were it was very subtle. It was just very not really there. And then even at the end, it was a comedic moment where like he tries to hold her hand and she's like, not yet. So like, oh, that's cool. It's not a normal ending, but
it was
we
good.
still get to address the little bit of tension.
It was funny at the very end when he like turns into the Camaro.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, you could have been that the whole time? So this VW.
Oh man.
Junk VW.
Well,
But once again, you know, leading into the Bayverse and stuff like that. So
well,
but yeah, it was a good movie. It was surprisingly good. And the mom voices Bobby Hill on King of the Hill. Pamela Adlon. She voices that.
I'm so glad you liked the movie. I always
it was good.
Those Michael Bay ones just, I don't know. But this was the same but different. Like the story seemed to actually somewhat come first. It seemed important.
Yeah.
By
definitely,
the end,
the storytelling was better. It felt better. It felt real. Like it felt like a real story, and like it seemed
with giant fighting robots.
Yeah, exactly. It was fighting robots. But even with like, it felt like Bumblebee was even like the way they animated everything with him made like he was very emotional. Like he's a scared kid basically.
Yeah.
It's like they're two scared kids, Charlie and Bumblebee. It's like they're trying to figure out, how to even move on and live and be an adult. He's tasked with setting up a base for basically his dad. If you want to
and it went down in just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
As he watched his dad maybe die. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
He
doesn't know. I mean,
because he replays that moment.
Sure.
And we're watching what he sees, and it's like, oh man, poor kid.
Yeah. He doesn't get to say goodbye to Optimus. She doesn't get to say goodbye to her dad because he dies of a heart attack and is unavailable. And it's like, yeah, it's good to have those intertwining stories and the payoff of that she needs to dive down and save Bumblebee at the end to get over the fear of diving because it reminds her of her dad.
Yep,
But now her dad would want her to dive to help save the stuff. So it's
Great
good. It
arc.
all comes back, and the payoff for it is good.
Heck yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you liked it. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
this
very
movie's
good.
great. Well, let me
Well,
know when
yeah.
you're ready for the next one, Rise of the Beasts, that comes after this one. Just
That's the
saying,
next one.
I don't know if it's as good as this one, but I still think it's better than the Michael Bay stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick little break here. We're going to tell you about our podcast network, the PFPN, the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. Here's this person that's going to tell you about it.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Have I told you about Earbuds yet? They're one of the cool podcasts on our podcast network. Earbuds, two friends, two hilarious friends, Joey and Landon. If you know those guys, they're always doing wacky things. But yeah, they have a show and it's pretty cool. It's about music, and they take a band, they take an album, and they break it down but they're like improv geniuses at the same time. So it's very comical and hilarious, but yet we get a cool music program out of it too. So
Sweet.
Earbuds, check it out on the PFPN. Well, right now, Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a toy store. Here we go.
That's right. Today's toy store we're going to is called The Toy Shack at 932 State Route 28 in Milford, Ohio. That's right. Going back to Toy, Ohio. It's about 7 hours and 35 minutes from Ottumwa. But if you are already in the Cincinnati area, it is 25 minutes northeast of Cincinnati. They have some real Ghostbusters toys there. Some Motu, of course, My Pet Monster, some Wrestlers. Starting lineup I saw there, so might actually have to drive out to that place. Some Funko Pop and much, much more. But did you know that Milford is nicknamed Frogtown due to a flood in the 1930s that brought toads into the street, covering the streets in the 1930s? But they cleaned it up. And now you can make your way to the Toy Shack at 932 State Route 28, Milford, Ohio.
Very cool. Very cool. I forgot. I dug out all my Bumblebee toys. I didn't even show them.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that real quick. Hey, I got just a few here. They made some cool ones. There's a Starscream.
Cool.
I have most of the...
His few seconds in the...
I know.
movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every robot you saw in that first 2 minutes has been a toy.
they
did it all. We got we got Soundwave here.
That's pretty cool.
He does have a chest that opens up and little Ravage turns into a little cube and goes in there. Yeah, he's really cool. We got Braun. He was in there for a minute.
Was he? I didn't see him in there.
Yep. Like a second. He, like in the movie, I think, gets shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
I think he lives and goes on. Then we got RC.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's in
there for a second. I think
A
that's
couple lines of dialogue, I think.
I got a bunch. I don't have a Bumblebee. I learned
You don't?
so
Wow.
from Bumblebee, so I'm gonna
That's
have to
weird.
try fix that. But
Did they make an Optimus? I'm assuming.
yep. I think I have him, but he's still over there. Yeah, of course they made like 47 of those from the movie
course.
somehow.
And they did a Shatter and Dropkick. And
Yep.
Blitzwing.
Watching it again, I'm like, maybe I do kind of like those. They were great.
Were they triple changers though? Like when they put them out?
Great question. Can't
Thank
answer.
you.
I don't know. I'll check that. Let's go to the chat, see what they say. We do have some chatting going on. Look at all that.
Some chit chat.
Oh, he heard they greenlit a sequel to Rise of the Beasts. Well, we'll see it when we'll
Interesting.
believe it when we see it.
Exactly.
All right, before we go today, just want to remind everyone, if you like the podcast and you want to help support the show, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And awesome of you. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can tell a friend. You can leave 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. But one of the best ways, Elgin mentioned it at the top of the show, enlistinthecore.com. That's our Patreon. Just for a couple bucks a month, you can get cool stuff for that, like exclusive bonus episodes just for you guys. Shout outs in the chat on the show. Early access to videos, and you get to be in an exclusive message chat with Elgin and I and the other core members.
Yep.
Or if you're more of a YouTube person, hit that join button down below. Same perks, same things. But like I said, one of the perks is shout outs on the show. So we're going to do that now. We're going to shout them out. We got Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Alex LaForest, comedian Bill Fisher, Colin Bunn, and Chris DeMonico. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being core members. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Little Billy Fisher.
Oh, yeah. He sent us a little picture in the chat this morning of him when he's like, what, 5?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like every classic 80s kids picture. I probably have a bunch of those.
But yeah, he's literally got a Godzilla and a Voltron right
cake.
there.
Well, the Godzilla's on his birthday cake.
Yeah.
It
was amazing.
It was a cake topper. It was great.
Just some of the fun things you can, if you're a core member. All right, well, let's get out of here. Let's pick another movie. Let's go watch another movie. This is fun.
Movie night.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for watching and listening. We really appreciated it.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep being awesome. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.